right, I am here with Scott Prindle from Loan Depot, and today we're going to talk a little bit about rehab loans. What are they? How do you get one? What do they qualify for? Scott, I'll let you introduce yourself here.
My name is Scott Prindle. I work for Loan Depot. My MLS number is 286282, and I've been doing mortgages for 23 years now.
All right. Well, let's just dive right into it. What is a rehab loan? Are there different types of rehab loans?
Yep. So there's three different types of renovation loans. So there is a conventional renovation loan, there's a FHA renovation loan, and then there's a VA renovation loan.
Oh, interesting.
So each of them are different. So the conventional renovation loan is your standard conventional. You need a 620 credit score or greater. And then what they basically are is we either purchase and we take that purchase price plus the amount of what we're going to renovate. So if we're going to do $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, whatever the bid is to fix either the problems that have to be fixed or whatever they want to be fixed.
Okay.
So it could be a junk house that needs to be renovated. Obviously it needs a renovation loan.
Right.
You could have a perfect house, nothing wrong with it, and say, I really want a better kitchen. Renovation loan. So at least it gets you that better kitchen all financed into one loan. Then you put your down payment based upon that type of loan that you're doing. So
Gotcha.
that conventional is going to be your renovation 5% down, conventional. FHA is going to be 3.5% down, and the VA is 0 down. So if they're a veteran, purchase, renovate it to do whatever you want to the place, you're still doing 0 down.
So it just has to appraise at what you're purchasing it for with those bids included?
Of the future value.
Of the future value.
Yep. So it's going to be, we say purchase price $100,000 and then renovation amount $50,000. So you got 150 acquisition cost.
Yep.
We're going to tell the appraiser, this is what we're doing to this house.
Yep.
What is it worth in the future? So you know before you even close on the loan, what is my place worth? You know if there's equity.
So does that have to then appraise at that 150 or does it have to appraise at higher?
So you want it to be the 150 at least, or higher is all the better.
Sure.
But there's actually, through the FHA, they actually let you go above and beyond what that amount is.
Oh, wow.
So you could do, let's say, purchase price 170, renovation 30, so you got a 200 acquisition.
Yep.
You can actually go to 110% of the value of the appraisal.
Oh,
so even if the appraisal value comes back a little less than that 200 acquisition, you're still good.
Oh, so you can go up a little bit more. So your appraisal's just got to get that close to that figure.
Oh. Yeah. The other good part about renos is, let's say you've got somebody and you're working on a file and you're thinking you're just doing a normal purchase and the house comes back bad and the seller says, I don't want to fix anything. The buyer says, I don't want to fix anything. I don't have the money to fix it, but I still want to buy it. We can flip that to a renovation loan. So if it was an FHA loan to begin with, we flip it to another FHA reno. I can use that exact same appraisal because that's going to be a subject to appraisal, subject to those improvements. So, fix those things.
Okay. Is that a pretty simple process of like, if someone's going into an FHA, their FHA finance, they get into a home and there's a window that's fogged up that the appraiser calls out so that it won't qualify for traditional. They can just switch that.
That'd be a super easy one.
Just switch that to a rehab style FHA loan and just work that into the purchase price?
Correct. Yeah, the ones I see that with, where it's like starts as regular and then flips over, is either going to be well, septic, roof, decks being all like bad, like kind of bigger things on that. So usually the window thing, it's like you can just go put it on the credit card or something like that for a simple window. But those bigger things, people don't got $15,000 or $30,000 down. So
if I could see it going for like HVAC too, if there was something wrong with the furnace, but you could use it for like septic stuff.
Yeah, the list of things that you can use it for, depending on the type of reno, is going to change. So they don't like luxury things, so like pools and saunas and stuff. But you technically can. The conventional one will let you get away with luxury things.
Interesting.
So if you want to do a pool, you could, but that's not what it's. I've never personally done one like that.
Right.
I've done more septics and houses. I've had ones where the house is burned down to the foundation. And nobody would do anything because they couldn't prove what liens were on, so no lenders would touch it. And I was able to come in with a renovation loan and basically build the house completely right back up again. So
that's almost a new construction, but since it had a foundation.
It needs a foundation. That's the key.
It just needs a foundation.
So if it's just land, that's not a renovation loan. But if there's a foundation existing and it's an old farmhouse, you could renovate and put something brand new on top of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, and that's the extreme, of course. So
what's the biggest reno loan that you've seen done?
My biggest one that I've
Yeah.
ever done was, I think it was 480 or 500, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So that was that burned down, build up again.
Rebuild the
That
whole.
was the biggest one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Normal though is renovation amount 30 or under.
Okay.
So do tons of those.
Nice.
So, and Loan Depot is actually the #1 renovation loan provider in the country. So
Wow, that's
we do it.
interesting.
Yeah.
You do that. So you do
We
this
do
all
it a
the time.
lot. I do a lot of renos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool because when you're going into purchasing a home, you don't know, especially if you have VA or FHA financing or something like that, there could be things that come up in appraisals.
Yep.
So that could come up and then you can flip it.
Yeah, and the thing I bring up to agents all the time is when you find a buyer that says, I want to be in this area with this house, but you can't find that house right now because of the limited inventory.
Yep.
Make the house what you want. Find the house, build on. You can build onto a house.
So you can add bedrooms,
Anything.
finish a basement.
Yeah.
So that's huge right there.
Anything, yeah.
Adding livable square footage is automatically going to help your pricing or your appraisal. So it'll hit that.
And we'll find out what it's worth prior to closing too.
Right.
So the biggest thing that renovation loans have is you cannot do the work yourself. No self-general.
Okay.
It's got to be done through a licensed and insured contractor.
Do you have to get a certain number of bids or anything, or is it just one bid? Okay, as long as they're a licensed contractor.
You got it.
Good.
Yep.
Is it similar with the VA rehab?
Same thing.
Same situation.
Yep.
Okay.
We don't require multiple bids.
Okay.
Yep. Just one bid, whoever you want to use.
Very cool.
So it can be your cousin. Doesn't matter.
As long as they're a licensed
As
contractor.
long as they're licensed and insured.
And they can be, you can flip from a VA going in to a VA rehab.
Yep.
Mid deal.
Mid-deal.
Okay.
Yep. And that's where I get a lot of them. I get most of them are going to be people that start as a reno and want a reno, but there is a lot where person just can't get the deal done. So then they get a hold of me and we flip into a reno and close it.
Okay.
So, and it gets them into the house.
And is all that work then done after closing?
After.
Okay.
Yep. None of the work can be done prior to closing.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's all wrapped up in the same loan,
Into the loan.
all same rate, same everything. There's not.
The rates are a little bit higher on reno, and the fees are a little bit higher in reno.
Sure.
And depending on how much reno you're doing, so if you're under 30, depending on the type of loan we're doing, you don't have to have a HUD consultant, so like a government watchdog guy.
Yep.
But if you're over 30 or doing structural repairs, then we need a HUD consultant.
Okay.
I'll explain all of that too, but there's cost to that HUD consultant as well.
Of course. They gotta get theirs.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all just very, very good information to have on rehab loans. So it's good to know that you can kind of go into any property and financing can get creative and make things happen. So thanks, Scott, for joining us.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Take care.